Good morning, my dear students. Welcome to the class. In the last class, we are discussed about lithosphere. The beginning topics are interior of the earth, crust, core, mantle, exogenic forces and endogenic forces like volcanoes, earthquake, weathering, denudation. These are all we already learned from last days. There is a last topic is here in this lesson. So I will take and discuss with you about glaciers and other topics. Glaciers or glacier. ಏನಿದು ಗ್ಲೇಷಿಯರ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಬೆಟ್ಟದ ಮೇಲೆ ಇರತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಹಿಮ ಕರಗಿ ತನ್ನ ಜೊತೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಸಿಗುವಂಥ ವಸ್ತುಗಳನ್ನು ತರೋದನ್ನು ಗ್ಲೇಷಿಯರ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ ಸಾಮಾನ್ಯವಾಗಿ. ಈ ಹಿಮ ಬರೀ ಕರಗಲ್ಲ, ಅದರ ಜೊತೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಕಲ್ಲುಗಳನ್ನು ಸವೆತ ಉಂಟಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಕಲ್ಲುಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಮಣ್ಣಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಸವೆತ ಉಂಟಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಅದರ ಎದುರಿಗೆ ಸಿಕ್ಕಿದಂತಹ ವಸ್ತುಗಳನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ತನ್ನ ಜೊತೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಕೊಚ್ಚಿ ತರುತ್ತೆ. ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಆಕ್ಟಿವಿಟಿಗಳನ್ನು ನಾವು ಗ್ಲೇಷಿಯರಲ್ಲಿ ಗುರುತಿಸ್ತೀವಿ. ಸಾಮಾನ್ಯವಾಗಿ ಏನಿದು ಗ್ಲೇಷಿಯರ್ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ದ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಮಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಐಸ್ pulled down by its weight and gravity is known as glacier. The mass of ice pulled down by its weight and gravitational power is known as glacier. Commonly, there were two types of glaciers. They are continental glacier. Next one, mountain glacier. These are all two types of glaciers, continental glaciers and mountain glacier are the two types of glaciers. So continental glaciers means the extensive of ice sheet on the polar region is known as continental glaciers. The extensive of ice sheet found on the polar region is known as continental glaciers. For example, Greenland, Iceland and other. Then nextly, mountain glacier. So this is also same. The mass of ice or the extensive of ice sheet found on the mountain. This is known as mountain glacier. For example, Himalayan mountain and other mountains we mentioned in this type. So this glacier is an effective agent of denudation with the work of erosion, transportation and deposition. Through this work, glacier can agent of a denudation. Erosion, that means the side cut of rocks side cut when the glacier valleys is a erosional work, and transport and depositions similar. So due to this glaciers, there are different type of landforms were created. Among the landforms, moraines is one main landforms formed by this glacier. Moraines. This moraines is important landforms by the glacier. Basically, lateral moraine, middle moraine, ground moraine, terminal moraine are the four types of moraines. See, lateral moraine. This means the rocks, debris, when the glaciers moving in the valley, it is an activity of that lateral moraines. Middle moraine means the two lateral moraines meet each other is known as middle moraine. And ground moraine means the materials are located in the beneath of the sea or ocean or a river. It is known as ground moraine, or the materials in the beneath of this glacier is a ground moraine. The terminal moraine, it is a end part of this glacier activity. So there are four types of moraines. They are lateral moraine, middle moraine, terminal moraine, and ground moraine. These are all moraines and glaciers. Okay, children, next, groundwater. Groundwater. What is groundwater or underground water? So firstly, underground water will take an adapt. Underground water. See, we've seen the water amount is huge. On the earth surface, there is a 21% of water is available. Among this, just few percent only utilized for drink and use purpose. Remain water not utilizing of using purpose. Surface water we are known very well. Inside of the earth, the water is found. That water is called as underground water. What is this? The subsoil water found in porcelain or porous rock is known as underground water. So once again, the subsoil water found in porcelain or porous rock is known as underground water. In this time, underground water is located inside of the earth where the porous rock located. Porous rock, that is limestone rock, not other rock. Limestone rock, it is also called a porous rock. The rock which is allow the water into the ground is known as porous rock. The stone which is not allowed the water inside, that rock is called as non-porous rock. Porous rock, non-porous rock, and underground water. So this water we are dig up through the bore wells and other methods we are use. So before studied the wells and bore wells, we should understood about spring. Spring means the underground water comes to the surface is known as spring. The water from earth comes to the surface is known as spring. Spring. There are 5 types of spring. 1. Perennial spring. Periodic spring. Hot spring. Hot spring. Geyser. Artesian well. These are all 5 types of spring: perennial spring, periodic spring, hot spring, geyser, artesian wells. These are all 5 types. Perennial spring means the underground water comes regularly to the surface is known as perennial spring. The groundwater comes regularly to the surface is known as perennial spring. Periodic spring means the underground water comes to the surface in some time or non-regularly is known as periodic spring. Then hot spring, that means near the volcano the spring comes to the surface with hot water or warm water is known as hot spring. Then geyser, this is also a same to that hot spring. Warm water comes to the surface like a steam. This type of spring is known as a geyser. Next, last one, artesian well. Artesian well means the water it found in the ground. That water bring to the surface artificially, like bore wells and other way. This type of method is known as artesian well. So it is in Australia. It's a common. Artesian wells are common in Australia. So naturally, water it's come up to the surface by the ground. It is commonly called as spring. In our Karnataka, we are seen in Belagavi district like this natural spring, because limestone more in that district. So this is called as spring. In this spring or a groundwater, especially locate in limestone, essential for the location of that groundwater, because the limestone it is a porous rock. Groundwater locate in this rock. So like that, spring and groundwater. Nextly, wind. Wind means the movement of air from one place to another place is known as wind. Wind is also exogenic agent of denudation, especially on the velocity of the wind in the desert area. Barchans, sand dunes, mushroom rock and other landforms were created in the deserted area. Barchans, that means semicircular sand dunes found in the desert formed by the wind are known as barchans. So this wind also one of the effective agents of a denudation. The last one, sea waves. Sea waves are also effective exogenic forces. That waves will create various landforms like a sea cave, bay, and other landforms were created by the sea waves. So they are also the great and effective agent of denudation and also one of the exogenic forces on the surface. Like this is the lesson of lithosphere we are discussed from last days. So it is complete now, my dear students. Next, now I will go and discuss with you another lesson is ancient civilization of world. My dear students, we are very familiar with ancient human's life. Ancient human being, they were living in the forest like animal. They didn't know about particular place, food style, cloth they wear. They were basically nomadic people. So when the changes took place in the earth, the changes given opportunity for establishment of civilization. Villages were commenced, agriculture begins by the people, animal husbandry also begins by the people. So when this activity commenced by the lifestyle of the people, it given chance for establishment of civilization. So ancient civilizations like Like India, various civilizations were developed at the same time. They were Egypt civilization, Mesopotamian civilization, and Chinese civilization. These are all commonly considered as ancient civilization of world. Today I will go and discuss with you about Egypt civilization. Egypt civilization. We are very familiar with ancient civilizations. Children, all the civilizations, they were developed on the bank of the rivers because river water were essential for them. For survival of their life, ancient people need river water. So ancient civilizations were developed on the bank of the river. So Egyptian civilization, it was also developed on the bank of the river Nile. So this Egyptian civilization also called as Nile Valley civilization. These people, they were kept lot of relics that available today. Which are the important ruins are available from these people are pyramids, sculpture, temples, inscriptions. All these given information about of Egyptian civilization. So inscriptions were great available to us. That inscriptions give the idea about Egyptians' culture, history, traditions, beliefs, and other informations were provided by the inscriptions on the temples. So ancient civilization of Egypt called Nile Valley civilization developed in the same time of Indian civilization. Nextly, contribution of Egyptian civilization. Contributions. Egyptians people, they were great developers of agriculture. They were the farmers. So they were great given information in importance for irrigation. So they constructed various canals. Through that canals, they provide water to the agricultural field. So they were give more importance for agriculture. One. Nextly, the Egyptians people invent the calendar. That calendar guide us time, days and date. All are given information through that calendar. Instead, this Egyptians people will provide us the writing style called hieroglyphics. This is a writing style of Egyptians people. That is a small drawing style of writing. They were invent that give an idea about of ancient civilization of Egypt. So like that, ancient civilizations of the world, like India, we are discussed this lesson. So in remaining topics, I will take and discuss with you in the next class.